Yeah, I'm Nea. I'm just happy I can see the light in my eyes again. It's about freedom. I can see it in my eyes. I can see it in my eyes. Yeah, so I woke up this morning to the sound of my voice. My boyfriend woke up and he was leaving for work, and he started listening to my video from yesterday, and the volume was so loud that I could hear the video while I was still in bed. I think it's so cute. It's so cute when, like, we are at the same place under the same roof, and he just like starts listening to my videos, so it's just so nice. But I know, because the thing is that everything happens at the right moment, and he could ask questions straight from me, and he does. Sometimes I get to answer, sometimes I don't. It depends if he's receptive or not. And yesterday was like, I felt so relieved, because ever since Easter, I've had so much information coming through about his situation, about his guidance, and I was not allowed to tell him anything. And it's like, when I have a lot of information and I'm not I'm not guided to make videos, so it's kind of like the pressure inside of me, because all of that information is like building up, and I'm like, I need to like, can I please say something to this person I have info about, or can I make a video about these topics? And because it's like all the information like gathers up inside of me, and I feel like such pressure about that. And yesterday I got the opportunity, like it's been like several weeks, like maybe 6 weeks, I've been waiting for the moment to tell my boyfriend everything I had received about him. And I felt so relieved. I felt so relieved, because I got to tell him like every single thing. And I was so happy. I am. And the same thing is about these videos and the topics I speak about. It's about the viewers and what they are ready to receive. So, the other thing that happened last night, he went bed early, and I was like, I'm gonna watch a movie. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna watch another one. And then he woke up, like maybe at 1 at night, and I went to bed with him, and we started conversating and about everything. And maybe an hour later, I was like, he got quiet, and I was like, maybe I'm going to fall asleep soon too. But I felt this unease, like there's something going on. We both have our phones on flight mode, all the windows and doors are closed, and I'm like, something's going on, like there's like something, like everything is not right at the moment. So I got up, I told him, don't mind me, I'm just gonna do my rounds. When I was living in Spain, I was guided every day, several times a day. Go out, have a cigarette, and walk around the whole apartment building. I knew that it was with the smoke around the building, I created this protective shield. And that's what I've been guided to do here too, in this apartment. And just like the kitchen and the toilet is in the middle, so you can go around. You can do like walk circles here in this apartment. And I always take the incense stick, and it depends. Sometimes I will only go for one circle, and sometimes I do more rounds, and as many as I'm guided. And that's how I create this kind of empty space, void. Yeah, that's the word, void. And nothing can penetrate. Nothing comes in, nothing goes out when I create the void for myself. And so last night I was guided to do several rounds, and at some point I read out loud the Father Ours prayer, And I was doing the rounds and I started praying, and all of a sudden, like it's like completely dark, the apartment, and I only have like the incense stick in my hand. And all of a sudden I can see this like deep green light like around the stick. I got chills. I heard Gabriel, and I was like, what's happening? And I continued my round and the prayer. And always when I get back to the kitchen, the heart of the home, I use the shokure symbol to seal the gates. And as I was doing it, after all the circles, all the rounds I made, I was doing the shokure and the green light came there again. And I was like, the chills were like crazy. And I put down the incense and I sat down. And I asked, like, what's going on? And just so you know, every time you get the chills, it's your body and the cells in your body recognizing the truth. It doesn't matter if somebody is speaking about something, or you hear a song and you get the chills. That comes from God. That energy comes from God, because your cells are recognizing and you get the chills. That's a clear sign. Though I got a little I don't know what word I could use in this situation. Shook up. I got a little shook up for this phenomenon. And I just knew that, okay, yeah, the chills told me this is good, this is from God, like something happened. What about Gabriel? And I knew that, he gave me a personal message there during the night, but I knew that it's gonna come here, like on the videos today. So until now, because I've seen so many times, this deep blue light, and I've known it's Archangel Michael that's been protecting me. And last night was the marker that I don't need protection anymore, and Archangel Gabriel is working with me from now on these videos and every day when I go about my days. So they just like they just had this kind of like switch. The other one stepped out and the other one stepped in. I'm really happy. Because it means something is going to change in my life, like like for real, like I'm actually going to see something, like new things in my life, because I don't need to be protected anymore. I don't need to be so careful. I've got this. And I'm only working from now on with Archangel Gabriel, so that's nice. And new, and I didn't know anything about this like before. So I like surprises. So this was a nice surprise. But yeah, so I don't know. From now on, I know that I'm gonna be out today, interacting with people, and tomorrow too. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make videos, because ever since like at this point, like to this point, I've been like if I'm interacting with people, then I wasn't able to make videos the same day, because because of the protection and because of the attacks and everything, and like it was so I had to work so hard to always cut the cords. But I know that I've seen it's so much different now. It's changed, and I really hope it would be like in the future that it wouldn't matter if I'm interacting with people and making videos, like kind of like hand in hand. But I know it's I don't always get what I want. The big boss decides what happens. So yeah, for example, I was thinking like yesterday when I went to sleep, I like looked at this day and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in flight mode the whole day and only move like in the evening. And so I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna open my phone, because I can always close the gates after that again. And I was invited to have coffee, and I'm supposed to accept invitations, because that's where God wants me to go. So I'm always invited somewhere and where I'm needed. So after this video, I'm gonna just get dressed and leave for work. It's been 3.5 years that I haven't been paid money for working. It's been a real challenge. Sometimes easier and sometimes not so easy, but God just wanted to prove. He wanted to prove me that the only things that you can rely on, it's your birth right. You always have a roof over your head. You have clothes and you have something to eat. And 3.5 years, I haven't been working for money at all, doing volunteering and everything, and God has provided me. I would have a lot more fun if I had money. I would enjoy my life much more if I had money. But I know I was supposed to learn to trust God and then share my experience, because there is someone listening to this video who is tired of working, who is tired of working for money. Every day you wake up, you get dressed, you go to work. That is not necessary. It's your birthright to have everything you need: clothes, food, and a roof over your head. It's your birthright, and God provides them to you when you start trusting God. I am living example of that. It's been fucking hard at times. It's really challenging living in somebody's home, not paying rent, not paying a penny for food, and the other person is schooled by God that you are supposed to help this person, whether you like it or not. It's been such challenge at times, even if I'm just for a weekend or a week for visiting a friend. I feel like I am a burden to other people. It doesn't feel good, so it doesn't come from God. Only the things that feel good come from God, and yeah, I feel good eating. I feel good when I have clothes. I feel good when I go to bed. I don't need to sleep on the street. That's only because they don't trust God. They haven't. That's why they sleep on the street. Or they don't follow their guidance. But anyway, so it's been a challenge. It's been so fucking challenging to feel like a burden to other people. And God is just like, I am just working through this person. I am providing you everything you need through this person. It has nothing to do with this person. It's not personal. Because at this time on this planet, it's impossible to just sit here and manifest clothes or food here out of thin air. It's impossible at this time on earth. So God needs to use other people to provide you. So that's why he takes me volunteering at the church, and I get provided for the clothes and food but I don't need to, like, for example, today I'm just gonna go get the car from the church. I get to use it for 5 days. I get a car for free. I go tomorrow to get leftovers from a coffee shop. And from those leftovers, I get to eat at place, and I get to bring them home, so I get food for like 3 or 4 days. So God gives me like these kind of opportunities. And these organizations, it has like such big help just because I go and get the car for them and go and get the leftovers. So I do need to go out from the door to get the food. Or if, for example, at the moment, if my boyfriend needs to learn something, then he needs to go to the store and buy some food. And not to like. He doesn't like to feed me. He doesn't like that he's the only one bringing money to this apartment. But he understands that God wants him to do that. He understands, but yeah, he doesn't like it. I've done so many things. I've had to do so many things God wants me to do, but I don't want to do. So yeah, that's about free will. God always makes the things happen, even if you don't like it or not. Because last night my boyfriend asked me, has he done something wrong because he's suffering? I had the answer, but I was not allowed to answer. But in the morning, when he was listening to my video, after that, when he was leaving for work, he was like, I get it now. I get it now. I haven't done anything wrong, but I haven't done what God wants me to do. That's why he's been suffering. He doesn't do what God wants him to do, and that's why you suffer. We only suffer if we don't do what God wants us to do. Yes, I do too sit down and relax when I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. when I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go or do or say, I just sit down and don't do nothing, because it's like it's better to not act. It's better to stay put, and when you know, you do it or you say it, whatever it is. But when you are uncertain, you need to wait until you are sure. So it is better when you don't do. It's better not to do, it's better not to say, and wait for the right moment, because God will force you to do. God will force these things in your life, whether you do it or not. You can see it. Okay, so if I would have said these words 3 months ago, the same thing would have happened during these 3 months. I was afraid. I thought it was crazy. I'm not going to say anything because I think it feels crazy. It seems crazy. I cannot say or do these things now. But when I look back, I can see that God made this happen anyway. When some things are supposed to happen in your life, they will happen no matter what. And when you look back, you can see that, okay, so if I would have done that, this would have happened anyway. So God made this happen because it was supposed to go exactly this way. And I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect. Oh, fuck. You know, I know for sure, I wasted 7 years of my life. I know, yeah, everything you do develop, you do heal and everything. I've done so much during those 7 years that I wasted. But it was only because of my ex-husband. When I met him, the red flags, all the red flags. I could have just said no. I can see from, like, when I look back, I can see that there were 3 months there at the beginning. I could have said no, and because I didn't. The next time when I knew I was supposed to say no, we need to end this relationship. We had been together 3.5 years. And I didn't do it then either. So at the point, a week before our 7th anniversary, God broke the relationship. Because I am so committed when I am in a relationship, when I am, if I am, if I have a job, I am committed. When I have made an agreement with some person, I commit and there's no other options. So I didn't, for example, I didn't know I was guided. I didn't know about these things at the time. I was guided the first 3 months every single day to move away from this man, but I didn't. And I wasted 7 years of my life. I was not supposed to be with that man. And God made it happen, but not until we got like 7 years together. But we always make the choices with the knowledge we have at the moment. So we learn and we grow through time, through the years, and when we look back, we can see that, okay, that's where I messed up. Yeah, that's where I fucked up, like real good. And you can see when you look back what happened, what choices I made, what choices I didn't make, and what happened after that, and how it affected my life, and how it delayed things. Hey. But anyway, it's every experience is to be shared so others can learn from them. That's why I make the videos, because I share my experience about everything. And if it resonates, you can take example. It's that simple. My younger son is like that. He's been always like that. He was like, oh, mom's yelling at my big brother about this thing. I'll never do that thing. Like, he learns from other people's mistakes. Like, I don't know who the fuck, like, what kind of person. A little child, yeah, he's like 20 or something now. But ever since he was little, he has been learning from other people's mistakes. I have never set him any boundaries, any curfews, any limitations, because he didn't need any. He has learned from his brother's mistakes. Oh, he gets yelled about that thing. I'll never do that thing. He gets grounded about that thing. I'll never do that thing. Like, what? Like, for real. We are supposed to learn, listen carefully about other people's experiences and learn from them and don't do the same mistakes as they did. I've learned every single thing the hard way. And I'm not even happy to share my experience because I think it's unfair. You don't have to do it the hard way. You can learn from my mistakes, from my experience, and you can have an easy life. Yeah. I'm gonna leave now. Oh, because I was invited to have coffee. And I've got work to do. At least today and tomorrow. Well, this is my job also, but anyway. I'm really happy about the thing that I've been able to interact with people more. So that's a really nice change. Yeah. Okay.